I thought it stood for so lame, man.
Stands for all those things.
You want to know how long we can find acronyms for SLM? Not very much longer.
Stands for surly little midgets. And I mean that in a good way.
How
Call
about
me a personist or whatever.
succulent lad meat?
Nice. I think we're gonna leave it at that.
All right, but
Because my my mouth must be a polytoad because it's using Dritzel.
but so a lot of the things I don't like about UE are not UE's fault. They're Raven's fault. Like I don't think all of UE is dishonest. I don't think all of UE is dishonest. Just Raven.
And Mingen.
Yeah, and Mingen. And I don't think all of
Phoenix.
And I don't think all of UE is whiny bitching babies. Just Raven and Phoenix.
And Ninjoshi. Even though I like Ninjoshi, he's still
I
a whiny bitch.
I also like Ninjoshi, but apparently he duct taped his eyeball shut because a person who's capable of being both a webmaster and a server host is not capable of telling real Skype logs from fake Skype logs.
Yeah. Also, back to the laws thing. How is, when you have 5 of your little buddies and you add someone to a call to yell at them, when they defend theirself, how are they cyberbullying you? That's what I'm curious about. When you add them to a call to cyberbully them and they defend themselves, they become a cyberbully?
Yeah, at least when we cyberbully you, we have the decency to do it behind closed doors where none of you can cry about it. Look, listen. You hear the UE members in this call? No, because we invite them to make fun of them.
Yes, and we don't gang up on them. Ugh. They're like,
Hey, Invalid,
gang. They're
you
like,
want to get Frost in here, and then we can call Raven and let him know we won.
yeah, we need to get I guess he's the only one left I trust.
But yeah, a couple of my favorite ones are first. One of my personal moments was not Frost, UE Raven, who's not Frost in any way, shape, or form. I love you, Frost.
Oh, the nasty.
We all love Frost.
But Raven and his little bros called me up, and first Raven was PMing me on Skype and was like, "Where have you been? You have been AFK for like You have been on AFK for like an hour and a half." And I'm like, "Sorry that I wasn't on the computer for an hour and a half. I have like a life, and Skype isn't what I always do." And he's like, "Well, whatever. We've been waiting for you." And I'm like, "We? Why were we waiting for you? If you want to talk to me, why don't we talk?" And he's like, "Well, because I have all these people here that wanted to say something."
Yeah.
And then I get into the call, and it's him and 5 other guys of various names and opinions. Why I say various is because there were 5 guys who were like, UE and KG is my life. I take UEKG steroids and suck UEKG dick. And
mostly
then
UE, mostly Raven.
Then there was Akira, who was like, King Trace is making a lot of valid points, guys. I don't think that you should be ganging up on him here. Akira, by the way, I'm glad he agrees with me, but he could be a little more assertive when he agrees with you.
Especially when everyone's being mean. You need to be mean back to mean people.
But, yeah.
Sorry, guys. My sister knocked the door.
Alright. So then Raven comes in and is like, "King Trace, I just wanted to call you to tell you something." And I'm like, "Yeah?" And he's like, "Well, since we're all in here and we all agree with me,
My senior staff says that I am correct, and I have paid them $100, and they all agree.
I am correct, and you're wrong.
This is not what Raven's voice sounds like, but to be fair, it sounds a lot better.
Since I'm correct and you're wrong.
I called my dad, and he said I'm probably right.
I called my dad.
But yeah,
My mom says.
He says I'm very handsome.
Mi madre habla. Whatever, however you say in Spanish.
And be more
What?
dije than
Never.
habla.
But he got in there, and then he said, "So I just want to let you know I won the argument because all these guys here said that we won the argument." And I'm like, "All these guys are on your side," and Akira,
Backside. Oh.
and then Akira says, "Wait! I'm neutral. I'm not on his side. Don't yell at me." And I'm like, "Well, all of you except Akira are on the same side of the argument." What the hell? Of course you would say that you're right. I'm going to say that I'm right. And he's like, well, there are more of us than there are of you. And I'm like, obviously, you set up this call.
You added the people who agree with you.
And then he's like, well, 2 out of 3 sides agree. And I'm like, whoa, you can stop right there, Jack. There aren't 3 sides to this argument. There's KG and UE's side.
2 out
and
of
then
3 sides can't possibly agree, or those 2 sides become 1 side.
Right. If there are 3 sides to an argument, then there are 3 people that disagree. If there are 2 people that agree with each other and 1 guy that disagrees with them, then there are 2 sides. Just because there are 3 people doesn't mean there are 3 sides. But then, yeah, because KG and UE side won, then they won. And then I said, well, GG, Raven, I guess you won, and there's nothing more I can say. I guess I'm going to give up now and make you guys a victory thread. And then my bitter sarcasm was misinterpreted a lot.
Yes, and they took,
Let's make
please
a tie.
post here if you don't want to be banned, as, please post here that you do want to be banned.
Yeah, I could read every... Here, I got this, actually. I want to read it, because it's too funny to believe if I don't read it word for word. According to the KG and UE, UE has won the argument between Breakdown and UE. Thanks for clearing that up, Raven. To celebrate Axis's victory, I want every member of Axis who'd like to party on Breakdown continuously to post here. Anyone who doesn't post here will get a special victory ban. That's all. Thanks. Smiley face. Raven, this is hilarious. I graciously accept this wonderful ban. I'd like to thank my mother and the scumbag leaders Invalid and King Trace for making this possible. Raven. Ninjachi, since I'm already banned, I'll just dance in place. I have no desire to be unbanned. Matthew XT, oh yeah, ban me. Just shows you're a baby who can't get his head out of his fucking ass. D-Dog the King. You know what? I'll be banned because this is stupid and immature of you to ban them because they won.
They won.
It seems like you're really better about the victory of UE. You really need to grow up, King Trace. You know what? Ban me for all I care, because me and my members are leaving. Gary the Pimp, I'll take offering this victory ban just so you can sleep better at night.
And then Matthew says, don't unban me, please.
Yeah, and then... Yeah.
Who said
Go
that?
on.
And then it said, I'm KG for all and full and don't ban me. And then Invalid, who is my superhero. Okay, since everyone is literally retarded, they'll all be literally banned. You should be very happy you've made your point. You will be remembered as heroes. Thank you so much for your valiant sacrifice. And then Matthew XD, who called me on Skype to tell me that he really didn't mean ban me when he said, please ban me, you fucking baby. He said, unban me, please, I was just kidding. And then Max said, don't ban me, Plox.
Yeah, Max is a pussy.
But yeah, that was what we got when we said, don't ban me, please. We got 5 morons that said, well, I guess if you're gonna ban me then, stupid.
You're dumb. I don't like your face.
And then, Akira, whose intelligence I've questioned in the past, was the only person smart enough to correctly interpret this thread.
Yes.
All
of these types of threads, by the way, that used to be considered news or rate my teams or anything like that, if they're drama-based, they are now automatically moved to the drama section.
Drama llamas. But, Then we have Melody, who isn't a member of UE, but irritates me as equal to or more than UE. Started this little thing where she would unban all the UE members, and then Raven said, "This is so pathetic. This is a sad attempt to get Ninjashi back." I giggled.
Like,
Wow.
Invalid clearly just wants to marry Ninjashi. See, I took it as that.
I will be banning Raven from the forums. This is invalid. I will be banning Raven from the forums. He's shown that he won't take anything seriously no matter how civil we are or who posts in the thread. I didn't expect Raven to take advantage of this thread, but it wouldn't have been fair for me not to have given him a chance. For everyone else, the offer still stands. Welcome back, Phoenix. And then Raven says, pathetic.
Pathetic.
It's like wow ... Just how do you debunk wow ... Like, oh, I didn't know that there was something to say wow about. Maybe you could elaborate or tell me what's pathetic about what I said.
And then...
This is serious.
And
I'm
then-
laughing out loud.
Well, Gary went on a rampage recently, but then he said that he didn't care that he's been on the server a long time, and he doesn't care because no one gives him any respect, and he didn't have a high place of power or popularity, so nobody cares. And then he said he was going to leave forever 4 posts ago. So I said,
Wow.
fine. This is me childishly telling you to GTFO. You want to hate us and don't bitch about it. Like, if you want to hate us, go on, Kratos. Go ahead.
Me?
Yeah, you.
Okay. I've been on the server for like 10 months and I've never gotten something like owner or something like that. And I don't bitch about it.
Yeah, I was on the server for 10 years. I mean, not 10 years.
10 years.
I was on the server for 2 years. I was on the server for 2 years and was NASA's whipping boy. I did everything NASA wanted me to do and was user for 2 years.
Well, towards the end, I'm pretty sure you didn't do everything he wanted you to.
Well, yeah, towards the end, I was like, I'm never going to get any respect around here, and all NAS does is abuse members and take power away from people who deserve it. So I joined ODN, which was stupid. I just wanted NAS to get upset.
What I always questioned Nas was, why did he always give NPC power when NPC is a fucking asshole?
Because Nas
Oh,
is
I
a
answered my
fucking
own
asshole.
question. I answer my own question.
So yeah, end of the day, Raven and Joshi, Gary, D-Dog, and Milady are never coming back, as far as they're concerned. And Raven and Joshi, Ursula, D-Dog, and Gary are never coming back, as far as I'm concerned. So I guess they're never coming back.
Who's Ursula?
Ursula, Mysterious Girl, Milady, whatever you want to call her.
Ah, oh, okay.
I would call her Bertha, because she looks like she's old and fat.
Plus, that was her name at one point, wasn't it?
Yeah, she was like every female Pokemon character. And then she was a mysterious girl.
Who is she? I don't know. She's so mysterious.
But, yeah. And I guess more on Raven being a douche. We made some...
I just wonder who's listened to all this and doesn't know who Raven is, and they're just like, that guy's an asshole.
But yeah, Raven made really, really bad fake logs and was like, well, this proves your logs are fake. Because I can make fake logs that have comparatively no value. And that means anybody can make fake logs of amazing value. Like,
Yeah.
Our logs are not fake, and they follow Skype's format to a T. His logs are clearly fake, and he proves this by using the wrong font, the wrong font size, bolding in the wrong places, aligning wrong, and editing names incorrectly.
Yes. And also claiming to have made them in a way that would not be possible to make them.
Right, he claimed that what he did was he had a friend make an account with invalid display name, which is possible, and invalid contact name. It isn't. You cannot copy someone's contact name. It's so stupid that he makes this argument that he said that if I made an account, two accounts with the same contact name, then it would work. No, it wouldn't. Otherwise, Skype wouldn't know who to add to what.
Yes. If there were 10 people named Joker Tokai,